Hi everyone, my name is Makinta and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, as you see by the title, we are talking about hair school, cosmetology school, or whatever you want to call it. I am currently in cosmetology school and I'm actually here right now. I'm in school right now. So we were a little slow today. It's the end of the day, so I decided to do a little video. And that way, at the end of the video, I'll do a small little tour of the facility so you guys can see. So right now I'm currently at 700 hours and I go to school in Michigan, and here in Michigan the law is you have to have 1,500 hours. So I'm kind of almost like halfway through, so I felt like this is the perfect time for me to come on here and tell you guys a little bit about it, things that I've learned, some of the pros, some of the cons of going to cosmetology school. So first off, like I said, you have to have 1,500 hours to graduate, and then once you graduate and fulfill your 1,500 hours, then you have to go for your state board test. And when you go to state board, there's two parts of the state board. There is a theory portion, it's like a written portion where you take I think it's 90 questions here, and then there's another part where you actually go and you demonstrate some things that we have to do there. So but that's after you do your 1,500 hours. But that can be another video as far as the tests and stuff goes. So here in cosmetology school, well, I want to kind of start by telling you guys some stuff that maybe some questions that you guys might have if you're trying to start cosmetology school or if you're thinking about going, some of the benefits of it. I know when I started cosmetology school, I had a lot of people who are stylists already and who are working in the field, or maybe like doing stuff outside their house and stuff, and they don't have their degree or their license, and they kind of were like, well, maybe you don't need it. And I know some people feel like, no, you don't need to go to cosmetology school, even though it is the law that you go to cosmetology school. I mean, you can't be working on anyone with color, any hot tools, like you're not supposed to curl anyone's hair with curling iron or anything like that without having your license. So going to cosmetology school, for me, it was very important for me to do it for the where I wanted to go in my career. I actually want to, in the future, possibly open up a salon. So some of the things you may want to know about cosmetology school. First off is, once you start going here, you have to do so many hours of being what we call a junior here. So you start up, I think I had to get to 400 hours before I can go out on the floor. And once you go out on the floor, you're actually hands-on and you're doing people's hair. When you're in the junior room, which is where I'm at right now, I'm actually back in the junior room, you'll be working on mannequins. Mostly you'll be working on mannequins. Sometimes we get to work on each other, but for the majority you'll be working on mannequins and doing braids and perms and rollers and all that stuff on them. And when you come to school, well, for this school that I go to, our first hour of school is called theory, and that's when we do our book work and work out of the Melina books for an hour. At this school, every Tuesday and Thursday we have tests. So in the morning we have a test on whatever chapter we're going over. On Thursdays is the practice test, and then on Tuesday you have the actual test. So if you miss the test on Thursday, then you get to come back and do the test on Tuesday. So that is that for the first hour. And right now I am a senior, so I am out on the floor. So after we do our theory, I go out on the floor and clients come in, actual paying clients come in, and we do their hair, and we're allowed to get tips, but the money goes back to the school for whatever services they pay. A couple things couple tips that I would say as far as while you're in cosmetology school is to try to do as much as you can while you're here right now. Try to get your hands in as much hair as you can. I want to say try to make as many mistakes, but I know that kind of like, what do you mean make mistakes? But I'm going to tell you, this right now is the time to learn stuff, to make mistakes, because you're here, you have a teacher here, and if you're not sure on how to do something, you have someone that can come and go, right by you and teach you how to do stuff or what you need to do. If you have any questions, they can help you with it. So you want to try to make as many mistakes as possible here, because you don't want to go out in the field and, straight off doing someone's hair and trying to do something that you never did before. A lot of times people, once they leave cosmetology school, they want to go do booth rent or go work. Some people will go and be an assistant with someone, and that's good, because then you'll have someone still that can help you. But a lot of times people aren't doing that. They're going and trying to be on their own, and that's why I say, while you're in cosmetology school, try to get your hands in as much hair as possible, and also try to, all the mistakes that you want to make, you want to do it here, okay? Because first off, when people come in to a hair school to get their hair done, they already know the risk. You're coming to a school, it's a school, you guys. So if we mess up, it's a school. We're learning. So, then it kind of takes the pressure off you to where you don't feel, like, oh my gosh, if I mess up, it's the end of the world. It's not. It's never the end of the world, for one. I mean, it's hair. Majority of the time, the hair will grow back unless you just burn out someone's hair follicles, and then that's a problem. But like I said, if you do happen to make a mistake at that time while you're here in school, you do have your instructor who can help you. We also have, other students who are here, because there's some that know a little bit more in different areas, and then there's some who, are still learning some things, but you can bounce off ideas off them. One of the other things that we do here is we do each other's hair. My cousin, she actually goes here, and she cut my hair recently, and she curled it, and I cut her hair, and I curled her hair as well, and that just helps with getting a little more confidence on doing hair, actually doing a human's hair. Like I said, you do get to do mannequin heads and whatnot, but once you get out there on the floor, you actually are able to put your hands in someone's head, doing clients. I know for me, when I first started, there were some things that I did already know about hair. I'm a little bit older than some of the other students, and I've been doing hair for a long time on the side, never in a professional environment, but hair on the side. So there were some things that I knew how to do, but it was some things that I didn't, more on color and cuts and things of that nature that I learned more of. And that's why whenever a cut comes in, I try to get that, because, I didn't really know a lot about cutting. So that's thing number 2. If you don't, have some experience in certain things, try to get your hands in that. Try to, whoever comes in, get your hands in as much hair, and try to make as many mistakes now and ask as many questions. I know I'm always asking the question, hey, how do you do this? What happens if you do this? Because it's better to do it now and to learn it now than to be out there on the field and are kind of by yourself, unless you're working in a salon where there's other people, and sometimes other people don't even want to help you because they feel like, maybe you may take their clients or whatnot. But here, your teachers are here to help you, so ask questions. Another thing that I want to say is, and you guys, one other thing that I want to say is, when you're in hair school, you're not going to learn everything, okay? You're not going to come and, most schools, this school is, you can either go part-time or you can go full-time. And part-time is like 1.5 years, and full-time is like a year. I think you're done in like 12 months. But you guys got to figure, in 12 months, how much learning do you think you're going to actually get? So once you graduate, you're going to have to continue your education, you guys. Even once you've been a hairstylist for 10 years, you still should always continue your education. And the reason for that is because styles are constantly changing. What was in last year, some of the stuff, it's new trends now. And a lot of the stuff they bringing back, like old styles, old, I was just talking to someone the other day that now everyone's wearing the clips in their hair. And I remember back in the 90s, we used to wear those clips. That's not so much a hairstyle, but just, just different trends and stuff that are coming back. Ponytails, I remember ponytails weren't as popular a couple years ago as they are now. So you always want to make sure you continue your education, and when you're in hair school, once you graduate, if you feel like, I don't know all there is to know about doing hair, don't worry. Don't feel like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna have to go find another career. People make mistakes all the time. You're not gonna know everything once you get out of here. Okay, you're not. I'm gonna tell you mainly from what I've gotten out of my 700 hours of being here in hair school. That basically hair school is basically just preparing you to take your state board test. I mean, really, we do a lot of safety precautions. We learn a lot about that. We learn perms and roller sets and sanitation, bacteria and diseases, and things of that nature. Things that once you do get into a salon that you need to know. Things that you have, the bare minimum that you have to know to pass your test. So, and I'm a big YouTube watcher as well. And when I started to pursue coming to cosmetology school, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and just about everybody I watched said, you're going to have some further education once you get out of cosmetology school. So that's another thing, you guys. Just don't come into it feeling like I'm going to just learn everything and then I'm just going to jump right out there and, buy a salon or rent, a booth somewhere or get a suite somewhere and think you're just going to know everything, because you're not. Now, like I said, some people who come into the game and they already know how to do hair, they already know how to do everything. It's different levels, it's different levels. Like I said, I'm here with some students who are great colorists, but they're looking at me for braids and stuff. I do a lot of French braids and extensions and stuff, and they're like, I've never seen that. How do you do that? So, one other thing that I would say is once you start coming to school, what I would try to do is budget my time. Okay, and when I say that, maybe I'm saying it wrong. What you want to try to time yourself, get into a habit of trying to be fast, because one of the things, and you don't want to rush through your clients, you want to make sure that you're giving them a good experience, but at the same time, and this is something that I'm working on right now, is time management. Because once you get out there on your own and you're doing hair on your own, in order for you to make your money, you have to get clients in. You have to get them in and out. How much money you make depends on how many clients you take in, so you can't really take an hour on a haircut, you guys, especially once you're seeing what your prices are, and going by that, and you're trying to budget your money and budget your, how much money you're spending on your products, how much money you need for the booth rent and everything. You can't really, take 4 hours doing a color, it may take a little while, but you want to work on your speed while you're here as well. Another thing, you guys, is, what I want to end this with. So real quick, this is the junior room. These are our wall of mannequin heads, and there is a sink and a bowl here. We have some conditioner, and we have perm rods. This is our board that they write stuff up on, and this is the tables, and this is where we sit our mannequin heads at. We have more rollers, and there is a dryer back here, and then a nice mirror. And this is the junior room, you guys. Come back around here. This is what we call like the lab, and we have color and stuff in here. This is where we wash our towels, and then we have some developer and some gel and stuff up there, some stuff to keep the place clean. Back here is kind of a board that kind of talks about some laws. You can find just a lot of information and stuff in there. Okay, and then this is the floor, as we call it, or this is where the seniors come. And we have some dryers here. Once you become out on the floor, this is where you would do everyone's hair at, shampoo bowls. Up here we have capes. And then over here, this is where the towels are. That's a clean towel. This is where the towels are, shampoo and conditioner. And this, that's one of the students here. And this is where, what we call the floor, or where once you are a senior, you come out here. And then I'm gonna take you guys downstairs. Downstairs here. This, okay, the light is supposed to pop on. Maybe not. This is where we, there we go. This is where we do theory. And we come down here every day. We have some stuff on the board. There's where we do our tests. And this is where we do our hour of theory. And we do our book work and learning and all of that. So that is nice. Hey you guys, I am back. Sorry I had to cut the video short. School was getting out. I am going to insert the tour that I did. I still did do a tour of my school, but I wanted to come back and just close with this. You guys, have fun, okay? I know in the beginning it'll seem like a year and a half is a long time, but I'm gonna tell you, it flies by. I'm already halfway done, and it seems like just yesterday that I started, okay? So make sure you guys have fun. Don't give up. Whatever you do, do not give up, okay? I worked at McDonald's. I'm gonna give you guys my testament. I worked at McDonald's for 19 years, okay? And one day I decided that I was gonna follow my dream. When I first graduated from high school, I started hair school, and I went to hair school about 3 weeks, and I quit because of life. You know, I felt like I had to go to work. I needed to make money. So here I am now, back trying to finish cosmetology school, trying to get, you know, the dream job that I've always wanted. So you guys, if I can do it, I am a mother of 5. I'm a mother of 5. I am a wife, and I am a full-time employee, but I am still here. I still get up every day and take my butt to work. I take my butt to school, and I'm doing it, you guys. So if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it, okay? And when you are doing it, when you are going through the process, guys, you know what? I don't know what's going on with this piece of hair right here, but while you're going through the process, you guys, make sure you have fun and learn everything you can. Once you're done with cosmetology school, continue your education, you guys. Continue your learning, because you're only going to learn so much in cosmetology school. You're only going to learn the bare minimum so that you can pass your state board. Everything else is going to be up to you, okay? So you guys, make sure you're practicing. Make sure you're doing, you know, your friends' hair, your relatives' hair. Oh, and one other thing that I wanted to say too is start building a portfolio. You guys, take pictures of everything do. If you apply somebody's lashes, take a picture. If you curl somebody's hair, take a picture. If you do some highlights, lowlights, color retouch, take a picture of all that, because you guys, not only is that going to help build your portfolio to where when you go out and try to get your own job, you can, or try to go work in a salon, you can show them, hey, look, this is what I have, you know. And I want to do a video on how to do a portfolio. That'll be a separate video that'll be coming soon, you guys, so look out for that. But do a portfolio, start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram, have a Facebook with all your stuff, because even though you're not, you know, licensed right now, and you're not fully working and booked and busy right now, you will be one day. And those people who are going to be your customers, they're watching you right now, and they're seeing your progress. So you guys, make sure you take pictures, okay? And with that, I'm gonna leave you guys. I didn't want this video to be too long. I hope it's not too long, but you guys, I have a lot of more content that I want to bring to you guys, a lot of more videos that I would like to start uploading. If you guys have any questions or would like to see any videos, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna read all my comments, respond to everything, and if there's some video that you guys want to see, I'll make sure I get that for you guys. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And if you hit the little notification bell, that way you'll know if I upload a new video, like especially if you put in the comments that you want to see something. As soon as I upload it, it'll send you a notification. So talk to you guys later. Thanks.